All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. I know we took a little bit of a hiatus, but we are here outside. Okay, so come to your comfortable seated position. Find your sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the crown of your head reach up to the sky, and then let your hands rest gently on your legs. Take a big inhale. Breathe in. And then slowly exhale out through your mouth. Take another big, long, slow inhale, feeling the breeze on your skin. And then exhale out through your mouth. Another big, long, slow, deep inhale. Noticing the sounds around you, the air. And exhale everything out. Let your shoulders relax, but feel your spine lengthen, settling into your space. On our next inhale, we're going to reach our arms out to the side, bringing them all the way up overhead so our fingers touch. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out and interlace your fingers, flip your palms, press them up to the sky. Draw your arms back just a tiny little bit so you get a little bit of a stretch through your chest. Release your fingers and let your left hand float down to the ground. Reach your right arm up and then exhale over to the left. So we're going to stay bent over in our torso, and we're just going to move our right arm all the way up to the sky and then out to the far side. And then bring it back up overhead. This time when you bring it to the right, maybe it goes a little tiny bit behind you, finding an opening through your armpit and through your chest. We'll do one more just like that. Exhale, open. Straighten your spine, reach both arms back up overhead, interlace other thumb on top, and flip your palms up to the ceiling. Breathe here. And then drop your right arm down, reach your left arm up, exhale over. Let your left arm open to the left side. And then exhale back overhead. Maybe this time you experiment opening the arm a little bit behind you. And then back overhead. One more time. Nice. And now reach both arms straight up above you and then reach and grab, stretching through your side body, maybe opening and closing your fingers. And we're going to make our way into our tabletop. So bring your hands down, bring them out in front of you, bringing your knees onto the mat. So think about lining yourself up. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and then drop your belly. Big inhale for your cow spine. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale, forward for cow. Exhale, round for cat. One more, inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Come to your neutral spine. Reach your right leg back behind you. Rock back and forth over your right toes. And now reach your left arm forward so your bicep is by your ear. Think about getting long from the crown of your head to your spine. Float your right leg up. Balancing here. Breathe in, and then on your exhale, draw your knee to your elbow. Inhale, extend back out. If this balance is too much for you, bring your finger and your toe down to the ground and drag them along there. Like this. Nice. All right, lower the left hand down, lower the right toes down. We're gonna lift that left shin just a little bit and turn ourselves to face the 115th Street. Reach our right arm up to the sky. Bring the right arm over by your bicep, by your ear. And then just like we did before, open the right arm back just a little bit behind you. Bring your arm overhead, lift your right hip up higher. And then exhale, reach your right arm towards your right foot. One more time. Big stretch. And now bring your right hand all the way down, come back into your tabletop position. Turn your fingertips towards your knees if that's comfortable. Maybe you rock back and forth on them, maybe a little bit side to side, stretching out your forearms. And now the other side. Reach your left leg behind you. Rock back and forth over your left toes. And if you feel like your wrists need it, you can keep playing around with that, depending on what you did all day, how much computer, keyboard, how much phone. Reach your right arm forward and now float your right arm, left leg up. Find your balance. And then bring your knee and your elbow to meet. Extend back out. Knee and elbow meet. Extend back out. One more time, knee and elbow meet. And extend. Lower your right hand down. Let your toes come down behind you. Lift your right shin up. Turn towards 106, towards the A tower. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Breathe here. Now reach your left arm towards me. And now open that arm a little bit back behind you. Reach your left arm towards me. And a little bit back behind you. One more time, reaching your arm towards me. Lift your hip up. Feel that big side body stretch. And then reach it back. Cartwheel your left hand all the way down, coming back into your tabletop position. One more opportunity to stretch out your forearms. Maybe you're rocking back and forth. Maybe you have your fingers towards the side and you're taking little small circles here. And now slide your hands forward. We're going to make our way into our downward facing dog. So think about pressing into your knuckles, your pinky, your thumbs are reaching towards each other. You're opening pickle bottle. So feel that rotation in your hands and your arms. Press your toes into the mat and then start to hover your knees up, coming into your downward facing dog. Taking your time, moving slowly. Breathe here. So think about pushing the mat away from you. Maybe your knees are a little bent so you can reach your hips up on a diagonal. Think about getting your spine nice and long. One trick, Emma, is if you want to hold on to the sides of your mat, that might give you that stability, that traction that you're looking for. You're welcome. I've had that trick in my back pocket and I haven't seen you. All right, everyone, put your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Letting your right knee reach up to the sky. Re-straighten your right leg. Draw your right knee into your chest And then slide or help your right foot up between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out to the side and straight up overhead. Breathe here. Bring your hands back down, curl your left toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Breathe here. We extend the left leg straight back behind you. Draw the left knee into your chest and step or slide the left foot up between your hands. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Breathe here. Think about pressing your right shin down, left foot. And then bring your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal your legs out. Drop both heels, find some stillness. Put your right leg up behind you, bend your knee, open your hip. Maybe this time you start to move your ankle a little bit. Reach the right leg back behind you, step the right foot all the way forward. Lower the left knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. And now we're going to bring our hands out to the side, opening our heart forward, and then exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Notice if you feel a little wobbly. Think about driving down through your front leg. Nice. One more. And now bring those arms back up. Take a little back bend. Gaze at the sky. And then exhale your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Put your left leg up behind you. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Twirl your ankle. Extend the left leg back up behind you. Step the left foot all the way forward. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Nice. Open your arms, open your heart and chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open forward. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Bring those arms back up overhead and then exhale, float them all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Letting your heels get heavy. Press the mat away from you. Reach your hips up. Put your right leg up again. Bend the knee, open the hip. So stay here, or if you want to explore, make some big circles with that right knee. Rotating your hip bone in the hip socket. Maybe you go in the other direction. And then re-extend the right leg back behind you. Step the right foot all the way up between your hands. Lower the left knee down again. Untuck the toe. This time we're going to reach our arms forward and up. And now we're going to exhale and float our hands down as we shift our hips back. We're coming into a half split. Flex your right toes if that's available. And now think about lengthening your spine on an angle. And then exhale, relax forward. You can stay here if you like that motion. Think about a little lengthen, like a little cow. Exhale, little cat. Lengthen a little cow. Exhale, a little cat. And then roll back onto your right foot. Plant your hands. Step back into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float the left leg up behind you. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stay here, or if you're interested, rotate your ankles. Rotate the knee in the hip socket. Big circles, maybe switch directions. And then re-extend the left leg back behind you. Step the left foot all the way forward between your hands. Lower the right knee down, untuck the toe. Reach your arms forward and up. On our exhales, we reach forward. We're going to shift our hips back, coming into our half split, flexing our toes. Breathe here. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, round. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, round. One more time, lengthen. Exhale, round. Reach your arms back forward. Press them down, step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Take one more big, long breath. And then gaze forward at your hands and walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat. Coming into a deep forward fold. Reach for opposite shoulders. And then gently sway yourself side to side. See if you can bring your chin in towards your chest to really feel that stretch through the back of your neck and the top of your spine. Now soften your knees just a little bit. Release your elbows. Let the weight of your upper body pull your head down towards the ground. And now pressing down through your heels, start to roll yourself up nice and slow. Stacking one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to stand. Going slowly. And then once you're all the way up, take a moment to adjust your feet. Get them about hip distance apart or what feels comfortable for you. Notice your shoulders, maybe roll them back a few times. Roll them forwards a few times. I have a lot of mosquitoes up here. If anybody else has mosquitoes, the spray is over there. I've seen them. I can see them like flying around my legs. It's a little weird. All right. So come to the front of your mat. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. We'll do some sun salutations. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back, fingertips on the ground or on your shins or your thighs, whatever feels good for you. Exhale, fold back forward. Step your right leg back. Pause here in your low lunge. I want you to think about pulling your right heel back, getting nice and long through the back of your leg. Plant your hands, step your left leg back. You're in your high plank. Again, pause here, feel your strength. Now lower both knees at the same time. Draw your belly button in as you hug your elbows in and lower your chest and chin down to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart and chest, baby cobra. Exhale your forehead all the way back down. Then press into your tabletop, curl your toes, and peel yourself back up into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you and step your right foot all the way forward. Pause here in your low lunge. This time feel your left leg get long behind you. And now step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg way back. Pull your heel back, ground your right foot into the mat. Plant both hands, step your right foot back to plank. Take a breath here. Feel your spine lengthen. Drop both knees. Hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift up baby cobra. Forehead back down, press up through tabletop and back into your downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Pull your right heel back, long, strong leg. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And then exhale your hands down by your side. Take a breath, check in, see how you're feeling. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, step back with your right leg. Pause here. Reach your arms up, high lunge. Exhale your arms down. Step back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Forehead back down. Press up through tabletop into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, palms touch. And we exhale right back into our forward fold. Inhale, lengthen our spines. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left leg. If you want, reach your arms up, high lunge. Exhale your hands back down. Step back to plank. Lower both knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra, lifting your belly button to your spine as you reach your heart forward. Exhale your forehead down. Press up through tabletop. Back into downward facing dog and breathe. One more breath. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. And then float your hands down by your side. Breathe here. Check in. Scan from your head to your toes. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your right leg. Reach your arms up. Pause here. Take one more breath. And then bring your hands down. Step back to plank. Your choice, lower your knees, or if you think you're ready, lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Take another breath here. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. As soon as they touch, you're going to exhale and forward fold again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Breathe here. Reach your arms up, high lunge. Stay here for another breath. Think about squaring your hips to the front of the mat. One more breath, bring your arms down, step back to plank. Your choice, lower both knees or halfway down to chaturanga. Hug your elbows in, chest and chin. Lift your heart. Exhale, forehead down. Come back up through tabletop into downward facing dog. And breathe. One more big breath. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. We're going to move into some chair pose. So, chair pose, either feet together, knees together, thighs together, or feet apart, knees apart, thighs apart. So it's one or the other. It's not this. All right. I personally like a little space. It's all up to you. All right. So you're going to think about standing up tall. You're going to think about your shoulders being over your hips. Now, when you go into chair, it's called lightning bolt because you're not straight. So you're sitting your hips back behind you as your torso hinges. All right. So I'm not folding forward. I'm staying here. Sit down and your back travels with you. So arms are down by your side. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, sit down. Now you should be able to lift your toes. So first, let's bring our arms straight out in front of us. Now you have to have really open shoulders to be able to lift your arms even higher. And maybe for you, it means opening up into a big open Y. That's fine. Maybe it means you're going to keep your arms here. Maybe you're going to keep them at heart center because that's just what's going on right now. All right, everybody stand up. That was lovely. We're not done. We're going to do that again. That was your warm up. All right. Sit back down into your chair. If you're seated, you can stay seated. Reach your arms out in front of you. Everyone bring your hands to heart center. I want you to think about getting long and turning towards your left, towards the A tower. This is a little bit of a twist here. Now open your arms up and see if you can use your right arm to touch your left outer edge of your left leg. So those of you with a lot of flexibility, you can go ahead and come on into a tighter twist. But let's start here. One more breath. And then slowly unwind back to center and stand back up. Release your hands down. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, sit back into that chair pose, arms out in front. Notice where your weight is. Pull it back into the heels. Make sure you can lift those toes. Draw your hands to heart center. If you have the flexibility, keep your hands here and twist to the side. Actually, everybody's twisting to the side, but some of us might be twisting lower with our torso closer to our thighs. And some of us are up a little bit higher. And then open your arms so your left hand comes to the outer edge of your right knee. Do not force this. We want a gentle twist. We're twisting our organs, our internal organs. Don't force anything. And then unwind back to center and stand all the way up. Nice. Let your arms come down by your side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, slow your breathing down. Another big inhale. Exhale, slow your breathing down. Go ahead and move to the front of your mat. We'll start to build our flow. We'll move around. We'll come and go. It'll all be fun. All right, inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step straight back to plank. So from here, I'm going to do knees, chest, chin. If you want to do chaturanga, go for that. So lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Forehead down. Exhale into downward facing dog. And breathe here. Check where your arms are. Are they shoulder distance apart? Are your pointer fingers pointing away from you? Are your thumbs reaching towards each other? Are your legs hip distance apart? Take another breath. Now float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips into your low lunge. Make sure your right foot is in line with your right hip and that your right knee is over your right ankle. From here, we're going to drop our left heel down, pressing into the outer edge of our left foot, feel your left hip reach back behind you. Reach your arms out and up, coming into warrior one. Breathe here. I feel the same way. Pause here in your warrior one. We're going to exhale and bow forward into our devotional warrior. Let your arms come out behind you like you're holding your cape. And then come all the way back up into your warrior one. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, stand back up. Last time, hinge forward. And then reach your arms back up. Find your center and then open into your warrior two. So you're just turning your torso. Check that your right foot is bisecting into the center of your left foot. Bend that right knee a little deeper. Reach your arms out at shoulder height. Gaze over your front fingers. Take one more breath here. And then straighten your front leg. Let your palms touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Straighten and reach. Exhale, melt back down. One more time. And melt back down. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Stay here. Come back to warrior two. Bend your right arm. Reach your left arm up as you come into side angle. Reaching your left arm towards me. Drop your right hip a little bit more. Twist your torso. Breathe here. And then come back into your warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Forehead down. Baby cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Pause here in your down dog. Think about lifting your hips up behind you. Rotating your wrists on like you're invisibly opening those pickle jars. Float your left leg up behind you. And now step your left foot all the way forward. Check that you are. Yep. And now, would you like some bug spray?
I think so.
Drop your right heel down. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms out and up, coming into your warrior one. Nice. And now exhale, fold forward. Bring your arms back behind you like you're wearing your cape. And then inhale back up to warrior one. And then exhale back to your devotional. Inhale up. Last time, exhale down. And inhale up. We're going to open into warrior two by turning our torso towards the B tower. Adjust your feet if you need to. So sometimes your foot travels a little. It's okay. It's not like you're not locked in place, all right? Reach your arms out and away from each other. Enjoy the breeze. And now straighten your front leg. Let your fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Lengthen and straighten. Draw your belly button in as you lift up. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, lift up. And exhale, melt. Pause here. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Bend your left arm, place it on your thigh, reach your right arm up and over, side angle. Think about using your left forearm to pull your left thigh back as you rotate your torso. And then come back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, step back to plank. Your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra, pull your elbows back towards your hips. Forehead down, engage your core as you press up into your tabletop. And then curl your toes to come into your downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Pedal it out. Nice. Foot your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Drop your left heel down. We're coming back into our warrior one. Now this time as we exhale back, we're gonna link our fingers, interlace them, and drop our forehead down, reaching our fingers up for our devotional warrior. And then release that grip and lift yourself back up into warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. If it's available, interlace your fingers, reach your knuckles up to the ceiling or the sky. And then release your grip, coming back into warrior one. Last one, exhale, fold forward. Interlace your fingers, reach them up to the sky. And then release that, coming up into your warrior one. Open into your warrior two. Pause here. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Float all the way through to your side angle. So your right forearm is on your right thigh. Your left arm is reaching up and over towards me. Now, just like we did at the beginning of the class, you're going to take your left arm up and just a little bit behind you, seeing if you can open your chest more. And then bring it back up overhead towards me. Float your left arm back behind you. And then back towards me. One more time, open it up. And back towards me. Come up into your warrior two, straightening that front leg. Turn both toes towards the A tower. Bring your hands to your hips. Stand up nice and tall. Draw your belly in. Exhale, hinge forward. When your spine is parallel with the floor, with the ground, reach your fingertips down. So you have all four limbs connecting with the ground, both feet, both hands. Breathe here. Think about your spine getting long from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Now exhale, reach the crown of your head down to the ground, rounding your spine just enough. Maybe you bring your hands in line with your toes. Maybe you walk them back through your legs. Breathe here in a nice deep forward fold. One more breath, and then walk your hands back underneath your face. We're going to walk our hands over towards the front of our mat, rotating our toes back into our low lunge. Plant both hands down on the mat and shift. Plant both hands on the inside of your right leg and walk your right foot to the edge of your mat. So you're in a little bit of a lizard. Drop your left knee down, untuck your toes. Stay here in your lizard pose. So you want to let your hips drop. You want to come up out of your shoulders, out of your chest. Maybe you roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, letting your knee come out a little bit more. Maybe you reach that right arm up and place it gently on your right inner thigh and start to twist your torso. Breathe here. One more breath. And then slowly unwind. place both hands down, curl your left toe up, lift your left heel, step your right foot back into plank, lower your knees, lower chest and chin, or skip it and go into child's pose, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the vinyasas are optional. Actually, everything is optional, right? But if you're like, I'm just really spent, you can skip it and hang out in down dog. You can go to child's pose. Wherever you are, everybody come to down dog. And now float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward, low lunge. Turn your right heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms up, warrior one. Exhale, fold forward, interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift your fingers up to the sky, crown of the head down. And then release your arms, flow back into your warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. Left shoulder on left thigh, head to the ground, interlace your fingers, reach your knuckles up to the ceiling. And then release your hands, reach back up, warrior one. Last one, exhale, fold forward. Interlace your fingers, knuckles up to the sky. And then exhale back into warrior one. Open into warrior two, facing the B tower. Think about your left knee staying open over your left ankle. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle, left forearm on left thigh, reach the right arm up and over towards me. And now float the right arm back towards your right foot. And then up and over. So we're working on some shoulder rotation, some heart opening. I like to call it the armpit stretch. One more. And now rotate yourself up into your warrior two, straighten the left leg, turn your toes. So last time we brought our hands to our hips. If you feel like you have the balance and the strength, you can keep your arms out to the side. Otherwise, bring them back to your hips as you come back into your forward fold. Knowing your limits, bring your hands to the ground, flat back. Breathe in, exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head towards the mat. Bending your knees if you need to. Walk your fingertips back a little bit. Nice. Nice, Jeremy. Very nice, Jody. You guys look great. And then as you come forward, lengthening your spine, you're going to start to walk towards your left foot, towards the front of your mat. You're going to keep both hands on the inside of your left foot as you let your left foot move towards the edge of the mat. Lower your right knee down. You're in your lizard pose. And this might be your lizard pose tonight. Maybe you can roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Maybe you can bring your left hand to your left thigh and gently press and twist that open. It all depends on where your hips are. This side might be very different from the other side. That is also completely normal. Take another breath here and then plant your hands, step yourself back to plank and move through your vinyasa or your child's pose or your version of something in between. All right, we're going to go through that one more time, but a lot quicker. Well, not quicker, but smoother. We'll say smoother. So you're in your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up. Your right foot forward. Drop your left heel down. Reach your arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, bow forward one time. Your arm choice. Lift back up to warrior one. Open into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, flow back into peaceful warrior. All the way into your side angle. Reach your right arm, left arm towards me. Reach it back. Reach it forward. And now cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes towards the A tower. Now bring your heels in so your toes are turned out and sit into your goddess pose, a big wide squat. So you can stay here nice and static. Maybe that's where you find your power and your strength. Or maybe you're feeling a little more fluid, a little bit more motion needed through your hip joints. And now stand back up, reach your arms up, take up space. You're a giant star. And like you were a kid, cartwheel yourself all the way down into plank. I know it's a long way down, but just trust yourself. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Forehead down. Lift yourself, press yourself into your tabletop and then into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Drop your right heel down. Reach your arms out and up. Warrior one. Exhale, fold forward, devotional warrior. Inhale, back up, warrior one. Exhale, open into warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle, reaching your right arm towards me. Now towards the back of your space. Back towards me. Cartwheel yourself up into warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes towards the B tower and then bring your heels in. Take a breath here before you melt into your version of your goddess pose. Breathe here. Feel the breeze, the outdoor air. One more breath. And now stand up, reach your arms up. Gaze at the front of your mat. Cartwheel your arms all the way down. Step back to plank. Your last vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Coming into your baby cobra, your upward facing dog. Exhale into your downward facing dog. And breathe. All right. It's time for our pigeon. Float your right leg up behind you. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Let your shin come down onto the mat and then slide your left leg back behind you. So if pigeon isn't comfortable for you, you can come onto your back for a figure four. We all look like we're good. All right, so think about the top of your left foot pressing down into the mat. Check that it's straight, that it's not like a banana shape. And then stack your hands. Maybe you bring your hands onto two fists, or maybe you have the ability to fold forward even deeper. I want you to think about letting go of the tension in your right hip. And maybe you're like, you know what? I need to adjust again. Do that. Move around. Try slightly different things to see if that stretch hits a spot that you might not have realized you needed it. And if something hurts, get out. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Feel like tension is melting off the back of your head. And now start to make a little bit of movement. Maybe pull your hands apart, bring them back down onto the mat. Lift your chest up. Curl your toes. Step yourself back into tabletop or downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bending your knees, shaking your hips. And then float your left leg up behind you. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist and come into pigeon on the other side. So you're going to slide your right leg back this time. Check over your shoulder that your foot is straight, that your leg is straight. Slide down onto your forearms. Stay here or build that pillow with your hands. And then make adjustments once you're here. You know, maybe you need to move your left leg a little bit. Maybe you want to bring your shin forward. Maybe you want to bring your shin backward. Maybe your knee needs to come closer to your mat. Maybe it can go wider. Noticing how your body feels and what little adjustments you can make. Start to wiggle your fingers, move your hands. Maybe place your hands back down on the mat, lengthen your spine out. Curl your toes, make your way back into down dog or into tabletop. Let your hips wag side to side. And then everyone lower their knees down, cross your ankles, and let's roll back so we can extend our legs out in front of us. So we want to sit up nice and tall. Dig your heels into your mat so that your knees lift up just a little bit. Reach your arms up, and then on your exhale, fold forward, draping yourself over your legs. The goal here is to let go of the tension in your neck and head. It's not about getting your nose to your knees or anything like that. Let your shoulders relax. And then slowly roll back up into your seated position. Take your right leg, draw your right knee up, and then lift your right foot and place it over your left foot. Hook your left arm around your right knee, and then sweep your right hand behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder. Take another inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And now slowly unwind all the way to the left. Take a counter twist. And then come back to center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Windshield wiper your toes. Pull your left knee into you. Sit up nice and tall. Lift that left leg up and over. Take your right elbow, hook it around your left knee. Swim your left arm back behind you. Sit up tall. Exhale, twist. One more lengthening breath. And then come back to center. Counter twist to the right. And come back to center. Uncross your legs. Drop both feet onto the floor. Reach your arms out. Slow roll down onto our back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Take a breath here. Slide your feet so your knees are pointing up to the ceiling. You can tickle the backs of your heels. We're going to do one back bend. I'm going to cue a bridge. If you really have the desire to do a wheel, go for it. But otherwise, join me in a bridge. So place your palms down onto the mat. Drive your energy into your feet. And then peel your vertebra up one at a time, lifting your hips up to the sky, chest to chin, chin to the sky. If it's available, interlace your fingers behind your back, shimmy your shoulders together, and breathe here. One more breath, and then release and come down one vertebra at a time. Bring your knees to touch and let your feet come to the outer edge of your mat. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Slow your breathing down. From here, you can windshield wiper your legs right to left. And then we have a moment before we move into Shavasana. If there's any last minute pose or stretch or twist that you want to take, go ahead and do that now. And then when you're ready, extend your legs away from you. Let your arms come down onto the mat by your side. Take a big, deep inhale. I'm going to come around for a Shavasana adjustment. If you prefer that I do not place my hands on you or use the lavender oil, place one hand on your stomach and I'll know to respect your space. And now we're going to move into our Shavasana, into our stillness. See if you can let your mind rest.